1. Patrick Mahomes' trainer angers radio host over fat comment, inside the NFL drama. 2. Patrick Mahomes called fat by radio host. Is this fair criticism? 3. Patrick Mahomes faces dad bod criticism after viral photos and Super Bowl drama. 4. Patrick Mahomes under fire, radio host calls for dietary change. 1. Patrick Mahomes' trainer angers radio host over fat comment, inside the NFL drama. Patrick Mahomes' trainer takes a stand against Kansas City radio host's insulting remarks. In a surprising turn of events, a Kansas City radio host has sparked outrage by making derogatory comments about Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes, particularly regarding a shirtless photo of him celebrating Independence Day. This incident has prompted Mahomes' trainer to step in and defend the star athlete. Kevin Keatsman, a host on KCMO, went so far as to label Mahomes as fat and an embarrassment in his critique. Such remarks have not gone unnoticed, as trainer Bobby Stroupe felt compelled to respond, expressing his frustration in a now-deleted tweet. Stroupe's message was direct: "Send me your location. You obviously need attention. If you want to see what being in shape looks like, try making it through a practice at training camp or running a hurry-up offense with back-to-back plays. You have no idea what it takes. It's not about appearance, it's about performance." Stroupe's defense of Mahomes is well-founded. The quarterback is not preparing for a role in an action movie, rather, he has consistently demonstrated his exceptional skills on the field throughout his 7-year career as a starter. With 5 Super Bowl appearances and 2 narrow losses in the AFC Championship, Mahomes has already cemented his legacy as one of the greatest quarterbacks in NFL history. Interestingly, research suggests that players with a bit more body mass may actually be at a lower risk of injury. A little extra weight can serve as a protective layer, helping athletes withstand the physicality of the game against larger opponents. By fixating on Mahomes' appearance, Keatsman reveals a fundamental misunderstanding of what it truly means to excel in football. Mahomes has consistently proven his capabilities, and there's every reason to believe he will continue to do so for as long as he chooses to play. But here's where it gets controversial: is it fair to judge an athlete's performance based on their physical appearance? Should we focus more on their skills and achievements rather than their body image? We invite you to share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you agree with Stroupe's defense of Mahomes, or do you think Keatsman had a point? Let's discuss. 2. Patrick Mahomes called fat by radio host. Is this fair criticism? Hold on to your helmets, sports fans. A radio host just body-shamed a 3-time Super Bowl champion, and it's sparking serious debate about athlete scrutiny. On his Kevin Keatsman Has Issues podcast this week, host Kevin Keatsman launched a brutal attack on Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes' vacation photos. Keatsman didn't mince words, calling the $500 million athlete fat and an embarrassment, while dissecting his physique. "Your belly would be fat at my pool hanging out with us 60-year-olds, Keatsman ranted, demanding Mahomes stop the fast food and do a sit-up. But here's where it gets controversial. Keatsman specifically mocked Mahomes' reported love for DoorDash fried chicken from a Leewood eatery near Kansas City home, insisting NFL superstars can't sustain careers on Taco Bell and fried foods. Is this tough love or pure disrespect? You decide. And this is the part most people miss: Mahomes isn't alone. Washington Commanders receiver Deebo Samuel also faced weight critiques during off-season workouts, with former players noting his changed physique compared to his San Francisco 49ers days. While it's common for players to trim down before training camp and hit target weights by regular season, Keatsman firestorm raises bigger questions. Should vacation body shaming be sports commentary? Does performance justify overlooking off-season fluctuations? Sound off below. Is this valid criticism or out-of-bounds bullying? Remember, Mahomes silenced critics by winning championships, but will his response this season rewrite the rules of athlete body scrutiny? We're tracking this story closely. For continued trusted sports journalism, consider supporting our newsroom. Reach reporter Chris Franklin at franklin@advancemedia.com. Note: using our site means accepting our user agreement and privacy policy regarding data collection. 3. Patrick Mahomes faces dad bod criticism after viral photos and Super Bowl drama. Imagine being one of the most successful quarterbacks in the NFL, with 3 Super Bowl rings and 2 MVP awards, yet still facing criticism for your physique. Patrick Mahomes is no stranger to such scrutiny, and his recent dad bod photos have ignited a fiery debate. Kansas City radio host Kevin Kitzman didn't mince words, calling Mahomes' physique a disgrace in a scathing rant on his podcast. Kitzman's comments came after Mahomes was spotted on a yacht with friends over the 4th of July, looking less than his usual athletic self. The host bluntly stated, "Vacation photos are popping up of Patrick Mahomes, and he's fat. I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna tell you the truth, that's why you hit the play button, he's an embarrassment." This backlash follows one of Mahomes' most disappointing performances in Super Bowl 59, where he threw 2 interceptions in a big loss to the Eagles. Despite his impressive career with over 32,000 passing yards, Mahomes' physique has been under scrutiny, with some questioning whether his eating habits are hindering his performance. While Mahomes has joked about his dad bod in the past, his trainer, Bobby Stroupe, recently defended him on social media, arguing that Mahomes' fitness is not measured by appearance but by his ability to perform on the field. Stroupe even dared critics to try keeping up with Mahomes during a training session to understand his true fitness level. But here's where it gets controversial: should athletes face criticism for their bodies, or is this a reflection of broader societal pressures? And this is the part most people miss: the emphasis on physical appearance can overshadow the incredible achievements of athletes like Mahomes. As Mahomes prepares for his 9th NFL season, the question remains: will he silence critics with another stellar performance, or will the scrutiny surrounding his physique continue to simmer? What do you think? Should athletes be judged based solely on their performance, or does maintaining a certain physical standard also play a role in their success? Let us know in the comments. 4. Patrick Mahomes under fire, radio host calls for dietary change. Imagine being a $500 million quarterback, known for your incredible skills on the field, but having your fitness level questioned by a radio host. This is exactly what happened to Patrick Mahomes, the talented quarterback of the Kansas City Chiefs, when a Kansas City radio host and podcaster, Kevin Kitzman, publicly expressed his concerns about Mahomes' weight. But here's where it gets interesting: Kitzman didn't just stop at commenting on Mahomes' appearance. He demanded that the quarterback stop the fast food and start taking care of his body. As a prominent figure in the sports world, Mahomes' physical condition is constantly under scrutiny, and Kitzman's comments have sparked a heated debate about the importance of maintaining a healthy lifestyle, especially for professional athletes. And this is the part most people miss: being a great athlete isn't just about having natural talent, but also about putting in the effort to stay in top shape. Kitzman's comments may have come across as harsh, but they highlight a crucial aspect of being a professional athlete: the need to prioritize fitness and health. But what do you think? Should athletes be held to a higher standard when it comes to their physical appearance, or is it unfair to criticize them for their weight? On one hand, athletes like Mahomes are role models for many young people, and their lifestyle choices can have a significant impact on their fans. On the other hand, it's essential to remember that athletes are human beings too, and they deserve the same level of respect and understanding as anyone else. As Kitzman pointed out, Mahomes has previously been known for having a dad bod, and he even partnered with Cause Light to create dad bod t-shirts for a children's charity. However, Kitzman's concern isn't just about Mahomes' weight, it's about the potential impact it could have on his performance on the field. As he said, "Going to camp and getting in shape is like 1970s baseball, nobody does that anymore." That's not how it works at the highest level. This raises an interesting question. In today's world of professional sports, is it still possible to succeed without being in top physical condition? Or are athletes like Mahomes, who have achieved greatness despite not having the traditional athlete's body, the exception rather than the rule? Keatsman's comments may have been controversial, but they've started a necessary conversation about the importance of fitness and health in professional sports. So, we want to hear from you. Do you think athletes should be criticized for their weight, or is it an unfair expectation? Should they be held to a higher standard, or is it enough for them to perform well on the field, regardless of their physical appearance? Let us know in the comments. As we explore this topic further, it's essential to consider the potential consequences of prioritizing fitness and health in professional sports. For example, if athletes are expected to maintain a certain level of physical fitness, could this lead to unrealistic expectations and unhealthy behaviors? Or could it have a positive impact on their overall well-being and performance? These are just a few of the questions that come to mind when considering the complex relationship between fitness, health, and professional sports. By examining this issue from different perspectives, we can gain a deeper understanding of what it means to be a successful athlete and how we can support them in achieving their goals. So, let's keep the conversation going. What do you think is the most important factor in determining an athlete's success, and how can we balance the need for physical fitness with the potential risks of unrealistic expectations?